Hey everybody, Arthur here with another mail haul video, and it's a special milestone for my channel because I'm going to show you guys my new intro that's going to be on my videos, which is going to be, it's awesome. I really love it. But let's start off with the mail haul. The first one I pre-opened, I was really excited to get. I'm not going to say who it's from because I don't want to toss any shade towards anybody, but it was sort of, I was a little upset. I didn't reach out to him because it's like there's nothing that can be done. So I ordered some loose figures. They came in a box like so. It's 4 figures. You know, not a bad sized box. And what I ordered was 4, and this is 4 figures, and this is another black hole for me. And we got some Mythic Legion figures here, so they look pretty awesome. They're the goblins, the Advent DK. I got 4 of these. Now, the reason I didn't say who it was from, because I want to sort of tell you guys, when you're shipping figures or collectibles or something that people are going to be displaying or using for photography, there's certain ways that you should really pack these guys. All 4 figures, I got 4. 2 came with this head equipped. The other one came with the alternate head equipped. All 4 of these were put into this bubble wrap cocoon. Like, you can see my hand can go into it. So they were all bunched in there like this in bubble wrap. Was it super tight to where, you know, it could prevent them from rubbing together? No. So don't really do that, especially for figures that are, you know, these aren't cheap figures. But you don't want the paint and all this stuff to be rubbing, especially when you got little like head sculpts like these guys that look super awesome and they're all painted. So that was the big issue. Like, he just had these guys all stacked up and in that bag of bubble wrap. Interior of the box was pretty good because he had the bubble wrap. But we also had a thing where we got all the accessories crammed into a Ziploc bag like this. Now, in those accessories were the unhelmeted head. There's the 2 that weren't equipped in the figures and the 2 helmet heads, all crammed in this bag with all these like weapons and stuff. Again, if they're hand painted, especially going back to this guy, like, I wouldn't want that to be all scratched up and messed up because you cram the extra heads into a bag. So be mindful when you're shipping. You know, that's my little rant. I just want you to be mindful if stuff is painted and how you're, you know, receiving. Like send something out how you'd want to receive it. But that was my first box. I was super excited because I really like goblins. Like, to me, like, Mythic Legions nailed goblins. Like, I mean, World of Warcraft, I think whoever made those figures came close because of the design, but they weren't really true goblins to me. So that just sends me back to my Warhammer and the D&D days. So second box, which I will need my trusty X-Acto blade. This one came from the Syndicate Santa. If you can see that with the glare, you can't really see it, but it's Syndicate Santa, aka Nate Simmons, aka the Master of Comics and Bots. Until he opened it up on the bottom. But he sent me this, and California, like, me, Nate, Tony, and some others, I mean, sending stuff back and forth is awesome. But it's just like, why did I make friends with people all the way in California? I'm all the way here in Maryland. So shipping is just killer for both of us, but it all balances out in the end. So Nate sent it in this box. This thing it fit like a glove. So, you know, hopefully this is really how you should get figures. So, first figure, look at this bubble wrap cocoon. This one I didn't really have to worry about, but what this does is it protects the packaging, even though I'm not a mint. You gotta love when your phone just decides to cut out and stop recording. You don't realize it stopped recording in the middle of a mail haul unboxing. So as I was unboxing the Star Force Captain Marvel figure, and it is awesome. It is very cool. I'm happy to have her. Basically, I'm just gonna turn her into this one and display it. But very cool figure. I saw it in the wild, but it's the whole rule of thumb is usually when you have somebody finds it for you, you end up finding it before it gets shipped to you, and that's usually the case for both figures. The second figure I already unwrapped because I thought it was still recording because it looked like I was recording, but yeah, that was my fault. This one was wrapped up as well. I did get the awesome Bane figure that's been sitting at Walgreens and at Targets and stuff like that. And I don't say sitting like it's peg warming. I mean, this thing hits Targets and Walgreens, and people buy it pretty quick because it is a pretty phenomenal Bane figure, and it's heavy. It's quite heavy. So thank you, Nate. Thank you to anonymous person that I made a deal with to get those Mythic Legions. So thank you both for those items. I can't wait to review them, and even with those Mythic Legions, I really want to take some photos and stuff because they're really cool. And now the black hole's opened, and I got to get the rest of the goblins because I want a goblin like horde on a shelf, which would be awesome. So going into story mode, the second part of this video, which is sort of leading into my new intro. It all started back before 2019. A fellow Plastic Cannibal member met a young animator, and I was in one of the videos. So I reached out to that animator and I said, hey, I'm looking for a 12 to 30 second, intro. This is what I'm thinking about doing. I supplied storyboards, character designs, my logo, and, even the music I supplied. And thank you, dog, for shaking your collar and being loud. But so I sent him all this information. The guy's like, yeah, no problem. I get it done in 2 weeks. Mind you, before New Year's of 2019. So, or New Year's of 2018. One of those. Either way, it was before 2019 hit. So he says, yeah, I can get it done in 2 weeks. I'm like, awesome. He does like 8-bit art. So it started going, and I'm very patient, trying to get updates. I've yet to see any of the artwork or anything. It's just his word. He said I hit him up, like, hey, what's up? That he was like, oh, my truck broke. I had to get it fixed. Okay, no problem. Then time went by. Weeks went by. Months went by. Still touching base with him, trying to get something out of him. And then he responded saying, oh, yeah, it's halfway done. Well, can I see it? And he's like, well, I got to do this. Sort of like excuses. And then eventually just stopped responding. And then all of a sudden on his YouTube channel was posting up like animations that he did. He was like applying to work with this other group of animators. It was crazy. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like, as I do art myself, so I understand that if you have life, you have school, you have other things in your world, like it could slow it down. I've been patient. It went from basically before 2019 hit all the way up till April this month is when I was sort of like waiting. It might have been a little bit less because that's when I realized he just sort of ghosted me. So as an artist, as a creator, being dios, customs, artwork, whatever the heck you want to be, if you're a creator and you're willing to do something and you're willing to do it for money, I'm going to say this. Communication is a key. If you can't do it, you have too much stuff on your plate, it is okay to tell somebody you can't do it. Don't drag them along and waste their time. So all this craziness happened to me, but there was a little diamond and glimmer of light thanks to a really good friend of mine. And I talk to you guys about him all the time. I recommend you guys checking him out all the time. Shoki from Shoki Reviews. He's like, hey, I got this really awesome artist, animator, working on some shirt designs. And he actually just recently posted up a Dragon Ball Z fan film sort of like clip, and he animated himself and everything. I'm like, really? So I took a look at it. The bridges connected. I reached out to the guy. I said, how much would you charge for a 12 to 30 second animation? This young and talented animator is Ryan Liu. All his links are down below. His Instagram, his YouTube. Definitely check him out. Show him some love, because if it wasn't for him, I'd still be struggling figuring out what I'm going to do for an intro, because I didn't want a typical type of intro. So I sent him all the information. He hammered it out, and with my pleasure, I want you guys to enjoy, and hopefully you like it. This is my new intro for all my videos on my channel. So it's definitely awesome. So huge shout out to Ryan Liu for making that intro. Thank you, sir, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Everybody, please check out his Instagram and YouTube channel down below. Show him some love. And I got to give a huge shout out to my buddy Carlos from Hypofixx for allowing me to use his music for that intro as well. His information is down below. Check it out if you're into music. So definitely check that out as well. So I want to thank you guys for staying with me this whole time. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everybody that's subscribed and watches my content. Thank you so much. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting and have a beautiful day.